Welcome back. You're watching the trending burning question. Arvind Kejriwal has been dealt a blow by the High Court. Today he had called his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate illegal. But the court has made some stinging observations, one that could deliver a possible jolt not just to him and his party, the Aam Aadmi Party, but also possibly the India alliance. Here's why.
Kejriwal has faced a major setback in the Delhi High Court. Today, the court rejected his plea against ED's arrest, which Team Kejriwal called illegal. While reading out the order, the court denied bail and said the arrest is not illegal. The order also mentions ED's claim that Kejriwal is the conspirator and that he used and concealed the proceeds of crime. The latest court order has now given rise to an AAP versus BJP fight. The BJP claims vindication and says there is no room for playing victim card.
हाई कोर्ट का फैसला आया है केजरीवाल जी पर। आज ये स्पष्ट है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल शराब घोटाले में भ्रष्ट है। जिस प्रकार से अरविंद केजरीवाल आम आदमी पार्टी लगातार विक्टिमहुड कार्ड खेल रही थी, आज हाई कोर्ट ने इस कार्ड को ध्वस्त कर दिया है।
This not only speaks about Kejriwal's involvement, but this is also a massive setback for the foreign lobby which waded in on Kejriwal's arrest by the Central Probe Agency. The AAP remains unfazed and has vowed to move the Supreme Court.
हम हाई कोर्ट के फैसले से बहुत सम्मानपूर्वक सहमत नहीं हैं और हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाएंगे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का बहुत धन्यवाद कि हाई कोर्ट के फैसले को उन्होंने संजय सिंह जी के मामले में पलटा था और हमारी ये उम्मीद है कि इस मामले में भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से हमें न्याय मिलेगा।
With the court not ruling out culpability, what is next for Arvind Kejriwal? Will there be a change in leadership? That is the trending burning question.
Joining us in the trending burning question this evening are Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP. I also have Ravi Srivastava, who's a political analyst, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party. Let me start with Charu Pragya. Charu Pragya, the court has said, and I quote, that the ED's arrest of Arvind Kejriwal is valid. It is also observed that the Aam Aadmi Party convener conspired and was actively involved in the use and concealment of the proceeds of crime. So where does that leave not just Kejriwal, not just Aam Aadmi Party, but the India alliance?
Let's remember the India alliance does not exist. Let's begin there because it's just a phrase of convenience that they have tried to use, but where does it exist at all? It doesn't exist in West Bengal, it doesn't exist in Punjab or elsewhere in the country. But leaving the so-called alliance aside, let's focus on the crime that has happened right under the noses of the citizens of Delhi. Let's also focus on the fact that the High Court of Delhi has said that Arvind Kejriwal has been found to be someone who's been involved in both his personal capacity as well as his capacity as the convener of Aam Aadmi Party. There has been a money trail that has been established. There has been a situation where more than 80% of the departments of Delhi government were handled by people who are behind bars today. That's the situation, and that is the status of the depth of corruption in this political party. It needs to be weeded out, Niranjan, and for the betterment of the people of this state, for the betterment of people in this country. I am very glad that the High Court has spoken in such clear terms today, and it's one thing to, comparison between what's happened in the past and why Arvind Kejriwal is behind bars today, but it's another to actually see it come to light from the mouths of our judges. And I also want to retaliate here that he is a chief minister who's worse than all the other corrupt leaders of any other political party put together, because he's the only one who's put the future of the people of Delhi in jeopardy. He didn't even think it was relevant to resign, find a replacement and then go behind bars. He thinks it's completely okay to jeopardize the administration of Delhi only to prove a point, and he's being proved wrong again and again every step of the way.
Okay, let me begin Ravi now. Ravi, the court has also observed, and I'm going purely by what the court has said. We can also put out the graphics of what the court has said for all our viewers joining us this evening. The court has said that the Enforcement Directorate reveals Arvind Kejriwal conspired, was actively involved in the use and concealment of proceeds of crime, and that the ED investigation has revealed that Kejriwal was involved in his personal capacity as well as the convener of UP. So it's not just about Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister, but Arvind Kejriwal, the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, making it even more serious. Ravi.
Good evening, Niranjan. First of all, the observations made by the Honorable Judge. At the outset, let me confirm that we respect the judiciary, we respect the High Court, we respect the judgment, one thing. But the remarks made by the Honorable Judge may be good for the media channels as a headline management. They may like it. But as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, it is unfazed. Let me tell you, just yesterday or day before, Honorable Supreme Court has debunked the case of 2,000 crore, the liquor scam of Chhattisgarh, and is found that no merit in that because there was no money recovered. Another aspect, let me tell you, that Honorable Kerala High Court has today made an observation that if any person is contesting the election or participating in the Lok Sabha election or some national election, putting the ED taking any action against them is improper. So it's all High Court only. This is also a High Court observation. In a High Court only, the BJP went to court not once, not twice, 3 times that Arvind Kejriwal should resign from the post and the CM should be replaced. Now, Honorable High Court has not honored their appeal or request or whatever they have made. They are sent back. So, what I want to say is that when 2 months before, when Sanjay Singh's bail had come up over there, they had said the 2 crore rupees money was delivered to Sanjay Singh. And this is the case. And that's why we are denying the bail. He went to the Honorable Supreme Court and Supreme Court said no, there is no money trail, no money has been found. So he has been given a bail. Now I am asking here also a question that money trail, where is the money trail? Where is the money trail? Show us the money trail. The money trail ultimately ends up at the doorsteps of the BJP, where the Magunta Reddy or the Sridhar Reddy bought the bonds worth of 55 crores. Right, Honorable High Court has said that we are not getting into the politics of that. But the fact remains is, when the matter comes for trial, all these aspects will come on the fore. And these will be debated in length. That why the person changed the statement after becoming an approver, after giving the electoral bonds, and why did he do so? So such things, when the matter comes to trial stage, these things will be revealed. But till such time, fine, Aam Aadmi Party has got the option to move the higher court and they will be definitely taking the course of action for that.
No, that's okay, Ravi, that's fine. But I think there were a few factual errors in what you said. I won't get into it. Charu Pragya wanted to respond. Charu, what's your counter to him?
So let me remind you that the court has not said anything about no money trail being found. In fact, previously the court had made an observation that a money trail of nearly 350 crore has been traced back to the coffers of Aam Aadmi Party. It's money which is also alleged spent in the Goa election campaigning, and that is a fact and that is on record, not what you are trying to say. Sanjay Singh has got bail today because he's been behind bars for 6 long months and he's been questioned. So everything that the ED needed to get from Sanjay Singh, they have already received, and now the kingpin is behind bars, and that's where the questioning is now leading to. Another thing is he only got bail because the ED did not object to him getting bail. So let's remember these very vital facts and not misrepresent it. Another thing is, and Niranjan, this has to be taken very seriously. Now, when you talk about a PIL, which dismisses the dismissal of the sitting chief minister, remember our constitution doesn't really specifically say anything to the tune of a chief minister being arrested, because I guess they must have assumed that no sitting chief minister could be that corrupt, that could be trails that lead to him and he needs to be behind bars. But whether it was Lalu Prasad Yadav or it was Hemant Soren, all fine before going behind bars. Today, the people of Delhi who are suffering. Today it is the Aam Aadmi Party itself which is drawing links between all its leaders, trying to wrap everyone in the same net of each. Nobody else is doing this. Aam Aadmi Party is doing this. So who took Arvind Kejriwal's name? It was aides. It was his aides, Nayak. It was his aides, Dinesh Arora, who took his name. It was K. Kavita who took his name. And then what does Arvind Kejriwal do? He ropes in Bharadwaj and Atishi. What does Atishi do? She ropes in two more. She ropes in Raghav. She ropes. So the fact is that they are all in this together, and all of this will be out in record very soon. I am only repeating what has been officially said in the public domain. I am not trying conjecture like my panelist here is doing. And let's remember, they made money from this scam. They were the ones who formulated this policy to help a select few. The amount of commission went up, the number of shops went up, the number of sales went up, and yet the government suffered a loss. And that is why when the investigation began, they had to take the policy back. That is what. And at every step of the way, Aam Aadmi Party has proved itself to be a very corrupt party. Not just the CM going back on his words, talking simply of things like, "Mujhe ghar nahi, bangla kuch bhi nahi chahiye, mujhe security nahi chahiye." He's gone back on everything. But also the scams that have happened in the classrooms, the Delhi Jal Board scam, the scam that has happened to, in fact, make the sheesh mahal that he lives in even today. Everything points to a political party and a political leader जिसके दिखाने के दांत कुछ और है और खाने के दांत कुछ और है.
Yeah, Ravi, what the court has, you made a point just now, speaking about Raghav Magunta, Sharath Reddy. These are approval statements recorded under PMLA as well as Section 164 of the CRPC. Now, to cast a doubt on that statement would mean the Aam Aadmi Party and its backers are also casting aspersions on the court and also the judge. Because this law of approver has been around for over a century now, right? And you can't suggest it was used to implicate Arvind Kejriwal. The court has mentioned these statements today.
Law of approver was there for 100 years. You're right. Law of evidence was there for 100 years. But the electoral bonds came only 1.5 years before. So how the electoral bonds were used to make a court person
right, because I am going to deny that, and I am going to specifically tell you unless you can prove your charges.
I have spoken in between you. By coercing, torturing a person and extracting his statement, who has said 7 times or 8 times that it does do not know Arvind Kejriwal and becomes an approver. So there is something which does not meet the eye. So fact. Another thing I want to tell my friend is that this is
how can he go against it, and is that even allowed?
This was only creating that it's an... Madam, did I speak in between you? Did I speak in between you? Can you keep quiet? Can you speak on your turn?
Allow you to...
Will you keep your mouth shut? You can speak later.
Why
I'm not stopping you.
With some documentary proof, and if you have no proof,
what get away? What get away? Your party has got 20.
Okay, one second. Ravi, one second. Ravi, one second.
Party.
Ravi, one second.
What are you doing?
Ravi, she mentions... Ravi, she mentions... Ravi, wait. Ravi, wait. No, 1 minute. Ravi, wait. Ravi, because... 1 minute.
Washing machine.
No, I heard you. Charu, 1 second. Charu. Ravi, I have a question for Charu. No, Ravi, I have a question for Charu. Wait. Ravi, I have a question for Charu. Wait, I have a question for Charu. Charu, I have a question for you. Please listen. Charu, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Charu, you just said, do you have any documentary proof? Is it a document or not? Is it an affidavit or not? Is it a list or not that has been submitted in the courts where coincidentally the names of 2 of these approvers, right, Raghav Magunta and Sharath Reddy, companies linked to them have bought electoral bonds which has benefited the BJP, right? That's a fact. That's a documentary proof. Now, questions will be asked. People will ask you questions. Is it coincidental that the BJP took these bonds? Now, it's a question, right? I think you have to answer that question. The courts, of course, let me also put it on record that the courts have said The courts have said that it is not the court's concern on who gave a ticket for contesting elections and who purchased the electoral bond. The court has said that. That's not the court's domain. But it's certainly in the domain of the public to know whether this was coincidental, the bond coming from one of the approvers, now approvers in the case, then an accused.
So the fact is that one, this is not used in the case, it is an approver. Two, BJP has not taken any money from Sharath Reddy, and I am telling you this. And you can go and check this. Thirdly, if electoral bonds are purchased, they were not given to one party alone. Electoral bonds were given to multiple political parties, including the Congress. So are you trying to say the Congress also has something to do with this? See, Niranjan, we again come back to the fact that Aam Aadmi Party is trying to draw some kind of a story from where none exists. And they refuse to read the writing on the wall. They refuse to listen verbatim to what our honorable judges have been saying every single day. So when a judge says that a money trail is found, they pretend they can't hear it. When a judge refuses to give bail, they pretend they can't hear it. It is not just Arvind Kejriwal who's still behind bars. It is K. Kavita also whose custody has been extended. So Aam Aadmi Party leaders have gotten to a point where they have no place left to hide their faces, and that is a fact.
No, you just made a point there, and I'm sorry for being the devil's advocate here. I'll have to ask that question. You just said, did any of the approvers directly give the bond? Sharath Reddy was the director of Aurobindo Pharma, if I'm not wrong. And a few days later, he was arrested on the 10th of November. And a few days later, the company purchased electoral bonds worth 5 crore rupees. It's a fact on record. You asked me whether he directly gave. I have told you about this point that has been recorded and is in the public domain. I think I lost the line there with Charu. Charu, are you there? Okay, I think I lost the line with Charu Pragya. But you know, Ravi, how are you? Ravi, how are you going to go to the public after this? Because there's a sense that even your allies will be a little wary about batting openly for Kejriwal, at least in public, after such a stinging order.
Niranjan, this is not the one. This is not the one case. That's what I'm saying. This is not the one case. What happened in case of D.K. Shiv Kumar? What happened in case of the other people? Even that yesterday, that 2,000 crore liquor scam, the person was given that no money trail has been found. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, that such charges do not...
In the case of D.K. Shiv Kumar, it's still on. Who said the case is closed?
Fix. No, let it be. This is
D.K. Shiv Kumar case is still on. Who told you it's closed?
BJP washing machine. It's on for Chhagan Bhujbal, whose file has been lost. It is on for Praful Patel, whose case has been dropped. It is on for Hemant Biswa Sarma. It is on for Dilip Ghosh. It is on for Subhendru Adhikari. It is on for Narayan Rane. It is on for everyone. But they are all part of BJP today.
No, we've debated, Ravi, that we've debated, but I'm asking you, how will you go to the public? How will you go to the public? And after the court has said this, and the court has spoken about the Hawala angle. For example, the Enforcement Directorate has given details about the Hawala angle. Money moving from Hyderabad and Chennai via Mumbai to Goa. They're very specific with the Hawala angle also, right?
That is what I am saying.
And they have details. They have details of it. How will you defend that?
I know. Here they have to bring out that who did that Hawala, who is the Hawala operator, which mode the money was transferred, whether it was given
I think
by
the
check,
details are in the public domain.
EFT, RTGS, IMPS, what mode it was given. They don't have anything, Niranjan. This is all baseless and piece of paper only. That's why the ED is not presenting any document. They are only going by the statement. And the statements do not prove anything.
No, but how will you go on stage now? Now, after the court has said this, Ravi.
Khanna had said on 12th October 2023 that this case will not withstand even for 2 minutes in the court of law. Let the trial begin and the BD will just fly back with all his fake documents. There is no evidence they have got.
But
it is all on hearsay.
No, I want to ask you. Will you go on? No. After, will you go on stage now?
A party.
No. Then now will you go? Will you protest on the streets of Delhi? Go on different stages in different rallies and say that the judges will you question what the judges said? Will you question the court order today? Because whatever we're debating is in the court order.
One thing, let me be very clear. We respect the judiciary, but this is my right to oppose any decision or criticize any decision. This is my fundamental right. I respect the court. I abide by whatever order they have given. But I have my rights and my privileges, which I will exercise. I will go to that stage and say, I don't agree with this judgment. That's all. I agree with the judgment of Sanjay Singh getting bail, but I don't agree with this judgment.
What next for the Aam Aadmi Party? Do you think the Aam Aadmi Party will go to the Supreme Court? Especially after what the High Court has said.
Moving to the higher court, yes.
After the observations of the High Court, does it become all the more...
Moving to High Court. Moving to the higher court, for sure. Aam Aadmi Party will not give up and they will definitely fight it tooth and nail. This is the fact.
I have some breaking news coming in. In fact, let me get the breaking news right now. I'm getting in breaking news on the story. Aishwarya's breaking details of Sanjay Singh and Bhagwant Mann. Sanjay Singh and Bhagwant Mann meeting Arvind Kejriwal in jail tomorrow at 1 p.m. That's a breaking news update that I'm getting in right now. Let me go across to my colleague Aishwarya as well and get some breaking news updates on the story. Sanjay Singh and Bhagwant Mann will meet Arvind Kejriwal in jail tomorrow at 1 p.m. A related update on a day when Arvind Kejriwal has received a jolt from the High Court. His party is planning to go to the Supreme Court. The court today has come down heavily while saying that the ED investigation shows that Arvind Kejriwal conspired and concealed the proceeds of the crime. And the court has also said and has made some very, very strong observations that Kejriwal was involved in his personal capacity as well as the convener, according to the investigation of the central agency. And the court has also observed that Kejriwal was involved in the formulation of the excise policy in Delhi, used proceeds of the crime, adding that he was directly involved in demanding kickbacks, and that the ED was able to place enough material and that it had gone through the statement which completes the chain and shows that money was sent to the Goa elections. Very, very strong observations. And we're getting in related breaking news now that Arvind Kejriwal will have two visitors in Tihar jail tomorrow. He's in jail number 2, cell number 2 in Tihar jail. And he will have Sanjay Singh and Bhagwant Mann as visitors. Sanjay Singh, who was released recently, got bail. Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister of Punjab. Both of them will meet Arvind Kejriwal tomorrow in jail. And I'm going across to Aishwarya, who's also joining us on the breaking broadcast. This is the big breaking news update coming in right now. Bhagwant Mann will be meeting Kejriwal tomorrow. They're in a big fix as far as India Alliance is concerned. In fact, the court has also gone on to talk about the politics as alleged by the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that judges are not bound by politics. Judges are not bound by politics, and whatever political points that the Aam Aadmi Party has to make in court is not valid, is irrelevant. Arvind Kejriwal's challenge to the timing of his arrest. In fact, he did not seek bail. He challenged the arrest. He challenged the timing of his arrest. And the court has said that there is no malafide on part of the Enforcement Directorate, which deals a big blow to the Aam Aadmi Party. And the ED was in possession of enough material which led to the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, is what the court has also observed. And the court has made that very, very strong observation on the fact that he did not respond to the summons 9 times. 9 times, you're summoned 9 times. The court has said non-joining. The court has said non-joining of the investigation by Arvind Kejriwal and the delay caused by Arvind Kejriwal also impacted those in judicial custody? On that note, we'll take a short break here on the trending burning question. Ravi Srivastava, thank you for joining us. Aishwarya is on the phone line. Let me quickly get in a response. Aishwarya, what's the strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party? Are they switching gears now? Okay, I'm taking a short break right now. Thank you very much for joining us. Ravi Srivastava, Charu Braga taking a break. Arnab back with that big debate at 9 p.m. on that stinging order against Kejriwal. Stay tuned.